And his opponent, from the Baines compound, Robert Baines.
Every time I see this man now, my skin just crawls, my spine tingles, I'm filled with fear. This guy is the most intimidating human being I think I've ever seen. Robert Baines is a man completely different, a man possessed. No signs of the former hero of the hobo, former Hollywood Heritage champion, former tag team champion, but now this Robert Baines coming from his compound, always looking for pain, always looking for brutality. Dan Parker's gonna have his hands full. We haven't seen D-Man for several weeks. He's been up in the Great White North, his home, Canada, training, honing his skills. Knows he wants to come back to the biggest show in the Grand Canyon State. That's Championship Wrestling from Arizona. But this is a monumental task going up against a absolutely sadistic character in Robert Baines. What a way to kick off the show. Baines, look at that. Cool, calm, collected, slowly stalking. D-Man's gonna have to try to find a window. He's not gonna win the power game going up against Baines. Baines easily 80 pounds heavier. And on top of that, a monumental amount of skill. Look at that, going right for the go behind and just dumps D-Man right into the canvas. I mean, it's definitely difficult for me to reconcile. Somewhere deep down in the sadistic person that is Robert Baines is a former Hollywood Heritage champion, former United Wrestling Network tag team champion with Hobo and Jervis Cottonbelly being tag champions for quite some time. But this Robert Baines, he's a man that's really hard to put your thumb, put an idea towards. Look at that, look at the strength, the power, the raw power, picking up D-Man with one arm. D-Man able to break free, get to the ropes, and now Baines slowly stalking his prey. I mean, this is just a completely different wrestler that we've seen in the past. And oh, D-Man, I think that's a smart strategy right there. Take out the legs of Baines.
What you gonna do, bud? My name is not Hobo. My name is Robert Baines.
Baines just wants to hurt whoever is in his way, and I think he's been absolutely triggered by D-Man. D-Man, whoa.
Baines.
Couldn't be any more clear than Robert Baines screaming into the camera. This is Robert Baines. This is a completely different human being, a completely different monster in this ring. Serious, sadistic, and oh, so powerful. Snap vertical suplex. Now trying to just twist the head off of D-Man. The crowd here showing their support for the Canuck, trying to get some wind in his sails in this opening contest here at Championship Wrestling from Arizona. D-Man off the ropes, into the crucifix. Can he get down? Trying to slide down for the shoulders are down. This could be it. No. Kick out with authority by Robert Baines and leveling D-Man with that lariat. I mean, it is easier to bring down a Sequoia than it is to bring down Robert Baines. And even then, you might need a chainsaw for both. I mean, he definitely seems like the kind of guy you might want to use one before he does. So mysterious is this Robert Baines. Overhearing some of his murmurings backstage about his compound, about him being completely disconnected from society, a sovereign citizen, if you will.
Can you continue, D-Man?
I mean, Peter Avalon thought that he was going to bring back the lovable hobo, everybody's favorite wrestler, but this Robert Baines is definitely, Peter Avalon did not do his homework when doing his research as to what Robert Baines is becoming, oh, what a kick to the face. Might have knocked a tooth loose on D-Man. Oh my gosh. German suplex. Raw power by Baines. Baines in full control of this matchup. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the action. Joe Galley calling the action here. Robert Baines has been dismantling D-Man, looking for a big return to championship wrestling from Arizona. What's Baines pointing at? It's that homemade gas mask. I've seen videos that he's uploaded to YouTube about this gas mask. Baines is an absolutely paranoid, delusional freak, and now putting the gas mask on D-Man. I don't even know if you can breathe with that thing. Oh, and just raining down elbows right across the collarbone. D-Man disoriented. This man is not the hobo. This man is absolutely insane. Now just strangling Baines with the, oh, clubbing blow right across the cranium of D-Man, trying to defend himself. And a sadistic smile to boot. The grin from Robert Baines, ear to ear. What kind of gas could that contraption even keep out? Or perhaps maybe it's even keeping it in. Perhaps he's suffocating D-Man with some unknown foreign substance that he's cooked up on this Baines compound. D-Man with the jawbreaker, finally getting some separation. Breaks the, oh, Baines has got to be mad. He broke his gas mask. Slow and methodical has been the pace for Baines. Looking for the exploder suplex. D-Man dropped right on the back of his head. Confident cover by Baines, and D-Man escapes it too. That is the third time in this matchup that Baines has tossed around D-Man like he is nothing, like he's a throw pillow. This has been an absolute assault, a mugging by Robert Baines. Now just pulling the neck, pulling the arm apart, splitting D-Man from shoulder to neck. You know, D-Man came back to Championship Wrestling from Arizona, always looking for a good time, always looking for competition, but running into Baines was definitely not part of the equation when he caught his flight from Canada to Phoenix. Military press! Oh, D-Man able to evade. Averting disaster. Oh, with the Hurricane Rana rolls through, he's got the leg. Huge upset right here, no! I mean, this is just athleticism versus pure power, and Baines catching D-Man midair, up on the shoulders, oh, steamroller, crushing the ribs of D-Man. Oh no, mighty axe handle, laying waste to D-Man, who somehow gets the shoulder up.
He kicked out. 2 count only.
Frustration now coursing through Baines. He thought he had it won there. D-Man still scrambling to get to his feet. I mean, D-Man is kicked out on instinct more than ability, as he continues to just be pummeled by this powerhouse Robert Baines. No. What's he got in store now? All the way across the ring. Baines winding up. Into the corner. D-Man gets the boot up. Staggering Baines. Got himself a little bit of time, a little bit of breathing room, but it wasn't enough. The axe handle dropped right back on those ribs that Robert Baines has been absolutely punishing throughout the majority of this matchup. Full head of steam now. Crowd is coming to life here at the Nile Theater for D-Man. Tilt-a-whirl into the side Russian leg sweep. What an innovative offense by D-Man. Baines is stunned, is on his back for the first time in this matchup. This is D-Man's opportunity. If he can get to his feet first, he can capitalize. Baines has been winning this matchup for 99% of the time, but it only takes 3 seconds to win. D-Man knows that, comes through with the roundhouse kick. This could be it, looking for a German suplex on the much bigger Baines. Baines grabbing that Nick Bonanno shirt, grabbing the official shirt. Oh, send a D-Man into Nick. Oh, what a distraction. A calculating move by Baines. I mean, D-Man showing some humanity, showing some sympathy, didn't want to run into the senior official. Oh no, Baines locking it in. We saw this when he locked it in on Ryan Morals. It's the Baines kill shoot. The BKS is locked in. Oh, D-Man. Just completely changing color. He might be out. He might be out. Calling for the bell, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Robert Baines.
And Baines, like a rabid animal, continuing to lock in that submission maneuver called the Baines kill shoot. Let's take a look at this replay. It is brought to you by the world-famous Nile Theater. D-Man finally able to get some separation from Baines, delivering a series of kicks. Went for what looked to be a German suplex, but Baines able to evade, and then just locking in that BKS. He calls it the Baines kill shoot for the victory.